Hello everyone, this is Tristan Dodson on the mic, Chris Parise on the camera. We have a second matchup of today, playoffs here at Eagle Ridge Community Center in beautiful downtown Langford, BC. And this is a Div 5-6 matchup. Game 1 of this best of 3 series. It's between the Victoria Anarchy in the purple and yellow and the Victoria Capitals in the blue with the white trim. Off the draw, the Anarchy win it. Here's the Anarchy. It's Caleb Shaw bringing it up from a great pass from Lang off the draw win. I will say the Anarchy are probably the favorites. The Capitals are probably the underdogs, but not by much. Both these teams are pretty solid, pardon me. I would say the Anarchy probably had a better regular season, but like we know from sports, it doesn't always matter who the underdogs are. As my team, the Spartans, went 0-15 in the regular season, and we won our first playoff game 5-2. Great chance by Chris Harmsmell. Isaiah Lang's on him hard, but he gets a pass across. That's McLaren picking it up. Scott McLaren takes a look, spins off a check. McLaren shoots from a sharp angle. Saw some space up high. It goes too high and out though. Here's Davidson. Davidson pass across to Shaw, icing waved off as he just makes center, they say. Great play though by the Capitals forward. That's Pritchard, but then it's given away and Bunt in front knocks it home. And when I was looking at my roster trying to figure out one of the Capitals players is, the Anarchy score the first goal of the game. And the first goal of this game goes to the Anarchy courtesy of Bunt. And the second shot on goal for the Anarchy, the second shot on goal of the game. The Capitals haven't had a shot on goal yet. They've had a couple of shots, but they haven't hit the area of the netting. So the Anarchy here lead 1-0. Off the draw, it's 1. Here's Baldwin. Tyler Baldwin plays it up. That's Tick. Tick gets the zone, chips it down deep. Here's Marshall Ma. Ma controls. Chips it up in the air. Kept in there by Eden Olsen. Marshall Ma loses a glove. Here's a Capitals player. 87. 87 gets it, passes it down, try to get to the Tick, but it pops out at center. 87 is Kohler. I should know that. Matt Kohler gets the zone. Kohler takes a look. Pass across, looking for maybe a chance for Armstrong to tip it, but here's Eden Olsen. Olsen controls. Olsen spins off the check of Ma, but then gets pinched to the wall by the Anarchy player. Capitals keep the zone. Here's Tick to Baldwin. Baldwin back to Tick, but it's out of his reach. Timlock will play that out, but kept in at the center line by Olsen. Olsen down low to Kohler. It's off his stick, rolls right to the glove of the Anarchy goaltender, who swallows it for a whistle. Big saves early on by the Anarchy goalie. I'm not sure who that is. I think Randy Kuhn is injured. I don't think he's playing. So that gear is not Randy's gear. At least not that I know of. But I don't know who it is. No number, and I don't know if maybe he's on their roster, but he has jerseys just purple. There's no number on it. Here's Cam Young blocking the Olsen. Now a chance up. Here come the Anarchy. Parmer controls. Watched by Olsen. He uses his body as a shield there. Ships Olsen off him and regains possession. Gets it to Young. Young to 12. Kumar. Shot from Young. Big save by James Baldwin there, the Capitals goalie. Now Tyler Baldwin, the defender, plays it around. Tries to feed it to Olsen, but it's out of his reach. Here's Turnbull. Turnbull's pass up. Intercepted. Marshall Ma's absolute rocket goes high and wide. Here's Young to Ma again. Ma shoots at the net again. Baldwin comes out to try to make the save. It goes wide anyways. Capitals play down. Here's Virtanen. Virtanen chips a play up to Nye. Nye gets it to one of the players on the wall. That is 69. Now Turnbull plays it to Ma calmly. That's Trin. Sorry, number 19 is Trin, not Nye. My apologies. Phil Trin. Where's that number? I should know that. Pass across. Baldwin kind of helps out in the middle there. Trin tries to clear it out. He can't, though. Another pass up blocked by Bill Young. Bill Young gets it to Connor Turnbull. Turnbull gets the zone, watched by Tyler Baldwin. Turnbull shoots from a sharp angle. That goes wide. There to pick that up, though. Almost was Shaw, but Auger keeps it in. Tim Auger with a good play. He's played for the Spartans a few times as a part-time player. Good to see him with his main team, the Anarchy. Now Turnbull shoots. It's blocked there by the leg of Baldwin. Now sent down. Auger wasn't there to keep it in. Goes all the way. That'll be icing against the Capitals. Face-off will go deep in their zone as they miss the pass. The goaltender tries to play it up, but hits his own guy, Auger, running towards the middle, try to get back to the play here. Score currently 1-0 in favor of the Anarchy against the Victoria Capitals. This is game 1 of their series. Thought it was the second series for a second, but the final shot from McLaren, great save by the Anarchy goalie. I'm not sure who this guy is. I think he might be a guy filling in for Randy Kuhn with an injury, but I don't know if he's ever played in this league before. Maybe I just don't know him, but he's been pretty good. On the last game of the regular season, he was lights out, made a lot of great saves. The Bandits got a couple, but other than that, here's Olsen, Corey Olsen. Plays it past Shaw, he kicks it down, but McLaren will get it. McLaren shoots it on goal. Here's Bravo. Bravo tries to bring it past, but Auger with a great stick lift there. Now a pass through by Bravo, blocked by Bill Young. Tyler Bravo takes a look, control still. Shot blocked by Bunt. In some feet. Davidson will pick that up and crash the wall. Davidson gets past LaJoy as well. He shoots. High rebound. Goes for a chance for shots. Captain at the line there. Number 9 to Davidson. Number 9. Who is number 9? Shot. They score right when I look away. That's Davidson with the goal, I believe, in the middle. And the Anarchy get a 2-goal lead. For Rocket. I heard a loud sound with the stick. I think he unloaded one. It goes past Baldwin. They double their lead. They're up 2-0. If their 4th shot on goal, it's their 2nd goal in the game. Face off center court. Alan Little loses the draw, though, to a Capitals player, number 3 Armstrong. Tries to send a pass to Armstrong now, but it's way out of his reach, and that's icing against the Capitals. Thank you, everybody, for tuning in. We appreciate each and every one of you guys for watching our streams here. This is a Division 5-6 playoff game. This is game 1 of a best-of-3 series. The Victoria Anarchy in the purple lead 2-0 against the Victoria Capitals in the blue and white. And it's first game of the series, so we'll see who comes up with the lead in the series after this game is finished. Pass up, Lang gets it. Lang shot. Baldwin tries to make the save. He can't quite get it, though. In some feet. Corey Olsen trips it out, but it's kept in at the center line by Lang. Lang fans on the first pass and ends up getting it. Pass across. Here's Tick. Tick tries to play. It's picked up by number 88, Corey Littleton. Littleton plays it up to Little, to Timlock. Timlock chips it to himself. Now it's great defensive play in the middle there. Here's Tick. Tick gains the zone, but Lang's hard him there and chips it out. Now here's Little. Little takes a look. Alan Little with a good look for a pass across to Timlock, but good block there by one of the Capitals players. Little pass across again for Timlock, just out of his reach. He'll hustle after it, though. Now a Capitals player picks up. That's Kohler. Kohler to Tick. Tick tries to spin it to Armstrong, but it's out of his reach. Littleton slows it down to Little, who gets it through the pass to center, rather, and in deep. Up in the air. Glove down and kept in here. Now the Anarchy putting some immense pressure on here. Up 2. Little tries to knock it down. He can't get it, but he'll get it back. A pass in front. Off the side of the net. Baldwin gets a foot on it. Rebound. Pass through the crease. Here come the Anarchy. Ball's up in the air. Young tries to get it, but then Armstrong chips it past him and strong arms him. Brody Armstrong takes a look. Spins off a check. Played it across to Trin. Trin tries to get it past Lang. Lang, great defensive pressure there. Isaiah Lang battling with Trin. Trin gets it through, but helping out Lang there was Young. Now it's sent down by Young, but in his own zone, so that's icing. Face-off will go deep in the Anarchy zone after Young tries to make a play off the boards here by the opponent's bench. But it goes off there and all the way down. Again, thank you everybody for tuning into these streams. We appreciate it. Tristan Dodson here, it's me on the mic, and Chris Parisi on the camera. Here at Eagle Ridge Community Center in Langford, British Columbia. Try to play it up was Cam Young. Eden Olsen gets in the way of it for a second. A slash to the feet there. One of the players not wearing a shingle. Shot, they score. Trin. Phil Trin with a snipe. And this 2-goal lead for the Anarchy has been cut in half. What a shot by Trin there. Unreal. He has a space. He just spins, looks, and fires it with a heavy wrist shot. Goes right past the Anarchy goalie. 7-hole above the pad, below the arm with the blocker. Into the net. Phil Trin with almost no space between there. Finds the little amount of space he has and just probably the width of the ball and gets through, and he scores his first goal for his team. Pass up Baldwin to Bravo. Tyler Bravo spins off a check of Littleton. So that's Turnbull, not Littleton. 89, not 88. Here's Haremsmau. Haremsmau takes a look. Haremsmau pass between Marshall Ma's legs looking for Bravo, but he's not there in time as he's more towards the middle, not at the middle in the high slot. Now a clearing attempt by Kumar. Goes out of play. As he had a chance to ring it around behind his own net off the high glass, but it ends up going a little too high for Latin Kumar there as it goes skyward and into the netting. Face off deep in the Anarchy zone. Off the draw. It's one clean there by the Anarchy. Here's Kumar again. Great play up the wall this time. This time not too high. Here's Bunt. Dwayne Bunt gets the center line. Try to pass up to Davidson. He gets it off his stick. Here's Corey Olsen. Corey Olsen plays it around, but there first is Ma. Ma to Bunt. Bunt kind of fans on the pass across there, but there to pick it up is Kumar. Latin Kumar, a slap shot high and wide. Here's Shaw. Caleb Shaw's shot off a stick, out to the corner. Kumar again. Slap pass to Bunt. Bunt stays in play just barely off the top of the high glass. I thought it went out, but the refs say no. They were right there. Here's Haremsmau. Haremsmau pass across. It rolls through. Chris Fulton, the ref here, calls for delayed offside. Haremsmau ends up getting back just in time, though. So McLaren shot blocked by Ma. Another look, rebound. Great save by the Anarchy goalie. Unreal. Haremsmau with a great chance. Now here's Ma the other way with a great chance. Marshall Ma. Corey Olsen watching him. Ma gets the zone. Chips it to himself. Pass Olsen. Hustles after it, too. Marshall Ma. Pass in front. Hits the leg of James Baldwin there. Almost banks it in the opponent's net. Baldwin just had like about a 2-inch space between him and the post. Ma sees that. Tries to bank it, but ends up going into the 5-hole, and he sits on it. Like an egg there. Chicken and the egg. Bit of a weird bounce there for Baldwin, but he'll end up swallowing up. I think maybe not on purpose, as he kind of rolled through his legs, but he could feel it under him, so he squeezes that there and tight, make sure no one can get a rebound on it. Bill Young trying to keep it out, but a great play by Kohler. Shot just wide. Sorry, that's Armstrong rather, not Kohler. Here's Kohler on the wall. It's passed down by Timlock. Here's Little. Little watched by Olsen. Corey Olsen gets it off Little's stick. Timlock keeps it at the line. It hits someone's glove, but they'll keep play rolling. Here's Brody Armstrong. Armstrong shoots at a sharp angle. Stick save by the Anarchy goalie. Armstrong still controls. Tick in the middle. Tries a pass for Tick from Armstrong, but can't get it through. Now kept in at the line there. Armstrong shot looking for a tip by Peter Tick, but not quite enough on that. Now here's Littleton. Littleton to Timlock. Timlock takes a look. Shot. Gloving that is Baldwin. He decides to hold it. He had a play to number 13 of his team. 13 is Kai Herrero, but elects to hold it for the whistle. And with the speed and pressure that the Anarchy are putting on here, I think that's actually a Good call for Baldwin to swallow that up and not pass it, as they're sneaky guys. They're sneaky little guys here. They know how to crash the net at the right time, and if he gave it to Herrero there was a possibility that one of the Anarchy players could have got there and knocked it in the net. Shot just wide on the sharp angle look there from one of the Anarchy players off the draw. Battle for the ball. Anarchy player picks it up, but then it's knocked by a stick. Pass kept in at the line by Auger, tipped on net by Littleton. That's Turnbull, but just wide. Sent all the way down. That's icing against the Anarchy. Thank you everybody for tuning in. We appreciate it. This is game 1 of a best of 3 series in Div 5-6 playoffs for the VIBHL Vancouver Island Ball Hockey League here. And game 1, so we'll see who comes out on top with a 1-0 lead when this game is over. So far the score is 2-1 for the Anarchy against their opponents, the Victoria Capitals. Pass to the middle, Trin looking to pick that off. It hops over a stick. Now Lang keeps it in. Lang tries a slap shot, but then a great play by Vertanen to chip it to Trin. Now Lang with some absolute wheels hustles back and beats Trin, who's slower. But now at the wall, here's Cam Young. Young kicks it through himself. Cam Young hustles after it. Young pass across, looking for Davidson just out of his reach. Oh, that's number 17, Parmer. My apologies. Here's Lang. Shot blocked in front. Here's Bravo. Bravo picks that up. Bravo controls. He gets the zone. Spins off a check of Turnbull there. One of the Capitals players, for 69, Heddle, driving the net. Kind of got a little whack at the Anarchy goaltender's glove, but one of the Anarchy players, number 9, was there to make sure nothing else happened, helps his goalie out. Shot by Bravo, like maybe a pass across crease, but nobody's there. McLaren knocks it down. Here's Watt. I don't know what happened. I think it might have been offside at the line, or they called something here. Oh, the net came off, so they'll blow it dead. Fair enough. Baldwin, I think, put his leg into it, accidentally kind of knocked the net off. The refs give him benefit of the doubt and blow it dead. Off the draw, here's Davidson, shoots. Rebound to Shaw, Baldwin hooks his stick. Here's Bunt, though. Bunt takes a look. Dwayne Bunt watched by Baldwin. Bunt plays it down low. Lang. Number 9, Watt down low. Little trying to go back to Bunt. Davidson trying to go back to Bunt, but it's intercepted at the wall. Here's Olsen. Olsen gets beat by Shaw, though. Shaw in front, looking for a pass for Davidson, but blocked. Now here's Lang, keeping that in, spinning it all the way around. Baldwin tries to play it up. He'll get it down to Bravo. Here's Bravo to Scott McLaren. McLaren spins off the check, has Bravo in front, pass blocked by the stick there of Watt. Great defensive play by Dylan Watt. Up in the air, Bravo lifts the stick of Lang. Tyler Bravo takes a look. Lang watches him closely. Bravo to Harem-Smau. Harem-Smau on the stick. It's chipped out of harm's way by Lang to Bunt in the middle. Now Bunt sauces it up to Shaw. Shaw takes a look. Shaw shoots, he scores! What a shot! Sharp angle snipe from Caleb Shaw. What a snipe. Unreal. He had no space. How does he get that one in? Jesus, what a shot. I did not think there was any space there whatsoever. But Caleb Shaw, number 23 of the Anarchy, found just enough room. Beats Baldwin clean the top corner. On the right side, the right winger. Just hustling down and making a great play. And then he gives his team a 2-goal lead here. Gives his team back their 2-goal lead as they were up 2-0. Now they're up 3-1. Great play by Shaw there. Knock it down off his knee to himself, right to a chance to snipe it home. And he makes no mistake. I didn't think anybody could score from there. Apparently, Caleb Shaw would prove me wrong on that one. Here's Little to Littleton. Littleton's shot Baldwin makes a glove save. It takes a weird bounce, rolls on him, but Tick picks it up now, kept in at the center line by the Anarchy. Shot. Corey Littleton gloves it down, gets it to Little, pass across, Timlock shot, save Baldwin. LaJoy tries to knock it down with his glove out of play, but he misses it. Here's Armstrong. Armstrong controls, pass to Kohler. Kohler chips it into himself to his zone. Anarchy goalie plays it. Kohler's there to pick it up. Matt Kohler takes a look. Plays it to the line to Olsen. Corey Olsen between the legs back to Kohler. Great pass by Olsen there. Shot just high. Almost hit the top of the crossbar there. Now a shot from far out. And Kohler tries to get it, but he can't. Timlock will play it out. Kohler will go off on a change. Virtanen will come in relief for him. Spun around. 62 Olsen. Corey Olsen takes a look. Olsen gives away to Young. Young, point blank, rips it too high. Toes that one up out of play. So he had a chance from a giveaway from Olsen, but he whiffs it and gets it way high. Unfortunately for Cam Young, they had a good look. But he'll get another one here, I believe. He's a good player. That's just one of the times he makes a mistake, as he's quite a dominant winger here for his team. Face-off draw. The Anarchy pick it up. Here's Parmer. Parmer tries to swing it around, but it's blocked by Corey Olsen. Olsen plays it, but it's kept in just barely. They say it's out. I think that was maybe kept in, but they were on the floor surface level, so they would know. It was very close. I'll say the refs knew that was offside there. If it was just barely offside. Here's Ma to Kumar to Turnbull to Young. Young shot just wide. Turnbull hustling after it. Virtanen's there first, though. Virtanen gets it to Trin. Here's Phil Trin. Trin controls. Young hooks his stick and ends up giving his teammate Marshall Ma some time to knock that down for a moment. Ma slows it down behind his goaltender. Makes a play up. It's blocked by the stick there of Trin. Virtanen to Trin, but Ma's there and redeems himself, getting the play on the ball. Battle for the ball. It's at the side of the net. Virtanen gets taken down. No penalty. I have no idea how. Yeah, Virtanen has a right to be mad about that. Young slams him when he doesn't have the ball. Loose in some feet. Battle for it. LaJoy stops the goal here. No call there. I mean, if you're going to call it, not call one thing, you can't call the other one. So in that case, that's fine. A total interference call against one of the Anarchy players, Young, is just completely missed. Here's Bravo. I get it, you're letting them play in playoffs, but that one you got to get control of the game. Like, shot almost banked in off the goaltender. Here's Turnbull picking that up. Connor Turnbull. He beats one guy. He's going for beating the second guy. Great hustle by number 13 there. 13 of the Capitals is Pritchard, Sterling Pritchard. Here's Bravo. Bravo takes a look. He gets the zone, brings it backhand, tries to go forehand. Ma's with him all the way, though. Here's Bunt. Bunt plays it off the wall. Gets that to Shaw. Shaw on the other side now. Takes a look. Shot just off the outside of the post there. Caleb Shaw controls still. Shaw watched closely by Pritchard. Shaw pass in front for Bunt, but blocked by number 18. 18 is Hunter. Now here's Haram Samau. Haram Samau gets the zone. Shot. Knocked off a stick. Here's Kohler. Kohler picks it up. Kohler chips it through. Shot from McLaren off the crossbar. Just barely, not with the high stick, played by one of the... Gets caught in the netting here. And I grab it right beside me here and give it back to the ref. Great chance from a couple of the Anarchy players there. One hits the crossbar, and then Haramsmau has a chance to play it down low, but it ends up going just too high for him off the netting right by me here in the score box. Off the draw, won by McDonald. Here's Tick. Shot blocked by Bunt. Clearing attempt. Almost kept in by Kohler there, but then it goes down. And at the horn of the first, The Anarchy leads 3-1. We'll be back at you shortly with the second and final period of this game 1 of this Div 5-6 playoff matchup between the Victoria Anarchy in the purple and the Capitals in the blue. We'll be back momentarily. Don't go yet. Lots actually to be had in the second. Thank you. Hello everyone, this is Tristan Dodson back at it again on the mic with Chris Parisi on the camera. And I want to give a shout out to him. It's his birthday today. Happy birthday to Chris Parisi here. This is the second and final period of a Game 1 matchup in the Division 5-6 between the Victoria Anarchy in the purple and the Victoria Capitals in the blue. Off the draw, the Anarchy pick it up. They're up with a 2-goal lead, 3-1. Pass up, but it's blocked by Kohler. Kohler to Tick. Tick shoots, just wide. He couldn't quite grab it in his feet soon enough to get a better look at that. Here's Davidson. Davidson controls. Great pass up. That's Shaw. Caleb Shaw controls. Spins off a check, but he gets beat there on the wall. Great play by the Capitals player. That was number 13, Pritchard. Here's Tick. Tick pass across to Kohler. Kohler takes a look, kind of mishandles the ball for a second. Now his shot is blocked defensively by Auger with great body positioning there. Here's Kohler again. Kohler across to number 3. McDonald gets it to the middle to Hunter. Hunter's shot just high. Rebound. Tick tries to whack at it. It's over his stick. Auger gets a good play. Another shot from Kohler in the middle goes wide. He kind of hooks it too far around one way. Here's Olsen. Eden Olsen controls, number 90. Picking it up is number 3, Armstrong, not McDonald. I keep calling him McDonald for some reason. Armstrong plays up. Try to keep it at the line with Sean Hunter, but it gets through. Delayed offside, they'll check up. Olsen picks that up. Olsen to Tick. Here's Tick as Hunter will go off for a change. Swung around, it hits the net and goes out of play. Face-off will be deep to the left side in the Anarchy zone, as they lead 2 goals, 3-1. We'll see if the Capitals can notch it back up here. The Capitals are a comeback team. They've been known to make some good comebacks throughout their history in the VIBHL. So you never know, especially since there's still most of this second frame left, just under a minute and a half gone in this first 17-minute frame, 15 and a half minutes left. Here's Littleton's pass across, but it's blocked by the foot of one of the Capitals players. Lang chips it up. Baldwin will make the zone, swing it down deep. The goaltender will come out to play that. Great play here by the Anarchy player, that's number 9. He chips it to himself. Hustle after the ball, he controls. Olsen watching Little in the middle. Baldwin on number 9 there. Number 9 is Watt, correct, right? I almost forgot, here's Watt. Dylan Watt controls. Forgot his name there momentarily. Spins it around. Here's Alan Little. Little pass in front, but nobody's there. But Eden Olsen, number 90. Olsen gets it to Trin. Trin controls. Lang playing defense. He gets tripped up. It's going to be a penalty to the Anarchy. Isaiah Lang with a trip on Phil Trin. There'll be a napper power play for the Victoria Capitals, down 2 goals. It's a 2-minute for a trip to Lang. And here's another man advantage. And rather, I don't think this is the first penalty of the game, actually. So this is first, not another, but rather the first man advantage of this game. It goes to the Capitals for a trip against Lang there on the power play. Anarchy on the PK. Fortunate play there by the Anarchy, but still a trip regardless. Tries to go for the ball, not on it at all though. Sent all the way down. They kill some time off their PK, the Anarchy do. James Baldwin will play it to Olsen. Here's Olsen. Olsen controls. Eden Olsen plays it up. Here's Bravo. Bravo takes a look. Tyler Bravo plays it back. Tick. Tick controls. Back to Bravo. Bravo takes a look. Shoots. Pass across, rather. McLaren shot. Goes wide. Clearing attempt. First chance blocked. Second chance goes through as the Anarchy kills some time. Baldwin, the goaltender, plays it up to Tick. Peter Tick played it up to McLaren. Scott McLaren watched by Kumar there. McLaren still controls, plays it down. There's Bravo. Bravo shoots. Big block there by Turnbull, and he'll chip it all the way down. James Baldwin, the Capitals goalie, will come out of his crease and play it to Tick. Here's Tick. Half the penalty killed by the Anarchy here. A minute left in this power play for the Capitals. Shot across, looking for a tip for Harrison now. It's out of his reach, over his stick there. Here's Bravo. Bravo being watched closely by Turnbull. Tick with a great play on the high glass, but then the second whack at it by Cam Young gets it through. And Baldwin again out of his net to Eden Olsen, number 90. Eden Olsen controls. Off a stick of Armstrong. Clearing attempt by the Anarchy off the roof, so that's out of play. Unfortunately, Armstrong wasn't ready, as Olsen did have a pass when he was trying to give his team commands. He was telling Harrison how to go to the middle as he will take the wing, but unfortunately for him, then he wasn't ready. It hits the stick, goes down, but the Anarchy played off the roof, so the Capitals will be deep in the offensive zone. We'll see if they can get a power play goal here. 27 seconds left, not looking like it. Cleared it down. Kohler tried to keep it in. Now he will, but then crashing the wall there in the middle, rather, is Davidson. Sam Davidson takes a look. 16 seconds left in the power play for the Capitals. Olsen knocks off Davidson's stick. He gets it back, though. Davidson spins off. Great play by Eden Olsen there defensively. He gets pushed off the ball, but he picks Davidson's pocket. Even strength now. Lang out of the box, goes to the bench. Shaw will come out of his... That's sent down. That's icing. No, it won't be. They'll give him a... Here's Tick. Tick takes a look. Pass across looking for Armstrong, but it's blocked by Davidson. Davidson pass to the middle. Shaw's on protect. Takes a look. Shot just wide. Phil Trin will pick that up. Phil Trin watched by Bunt. Great pass to the middle. Right to Armstrong. Armstrong tries to chip it past Maude. Beats the stick, but not his body there as he kicks it to the wall to his teammate. Here's Kumar. Kumar brings it in. LaJoie hard on the wall, but Kumar's there first. So team Kumar on a great look. Now here's Corey Olsen. Olsen plays it down to the wall. Kumar tries to pick it off, but he can't. Here's LaJoie. LaJoie gets his pass blocked. But now here's Trin. Here's Phil Trin. He tries to bring it in himself. Armstrong thought he was going to pass across, so he's out of already through the blue line, so that's offside. Dave Reddy with a fake, pretend like we got 50-50 here on the PA system, saying the winning ticket, but we don't have that here. But I like the enthusiasm from the Capitals bench. Winning ticket 0-0-0-0-1. It's pretty funny. Maybe one day we will have 50-50. I mean, in tournaments we've had 50-50 before, so we've definitely had it before. Or Olsen's clearing attempt is blocked. Vertanen will help him out. Here's Corey Olsen. Corey Olsen controls. Backhand off the boards, kept in by Timlock. LaJoy hustling after it. Littleton on LaJoy. Here's Virtanen. Eric Virtanen controls. Virtanen plays it up, but then Auger's there. He's sent in. Olsen will pick it up. Corey Olsen passed to Chris Harmsmount, knocked right back down by Young. Bill Young, that is, not Cam Young. And here's Littleton to Little. Little shot blocked by the stick of LaJoy. Now shot whacked at by Littleton. Great chance, but Baldwin's there to cover it up before Corey Littleton could get a whack at it. Really close, a good opportunity for him, but Baldwin swallows that up. Again, thank you everybody for tuning in. We appreciate you. Current score, Anarchy 3, Capitals 1. Game 1 of a Division 5-6 playoff matchup, best of 3. First game of this series. We'll see who comes out on top after this game is commenced. First to 2 games won win that series. Best of 3. Bill Young. McLaren knocks it down with his glove, and then he gets it, picks that up. Here's McLaren. McLaren hustling after, chips it off Cam Young's stick. Gets past Auger, drives the middle, but it's poke check by the Anarchy goalie. Great awareness by the goaltender there of the Anarchy. Well, I'm not familiar with. I don't know his name. He doesn't have a number, so he might be on their roster. I mean, assume he'd have to be, but I don't know his number, as his jersey does not have one. Here's McLaren. Shot, toe save. That was a good pass from McLaren to Pritchard, who has a good chance, but Anarchy goalie stares him down, makes a big save. With his team up too, he's keeping his team's lead quite well here, the Anarchy goalie is, with some huge saves so far. We'll see if the Capitals can get a couple in the back of the net, though, and tie it up. You never know. Again, thank you everybody for tuning in. Off the draw, deep in the Anarchy zone after the big save by their goalie. It's won cleanly back by Turnbull. Up in the air. Glove down at center line, though. Turnbull shot, toe save Baldwin. Cam Young will pick that up. Young back to Turnbull again. Blocker save by Baldwin. Pass in front. The Capitals can't clear it, but now they get it, but I don't know if they can clear it there. The Turnbull hard on Eden Olsen there. Play it up off of a Anarchy player's stick. Oh no, sorry, that was Armstrong's stick into his bench. Face-off will pop just outside the Capital zone in neutral territory. Turnbull on the draw against Brody Armstrong. The Anarchy win it, chipped up. Hunter's after it. Cam Young with a great play to get it to Turnbull. Back to Young. Cam Young in front of shot. They score. What a play. Number 17 of the Victoria Anarchy, Gurjaveen Palmer, all alone. Tic-tac-toe. And a 3-goal lead for the Anarchy as they lead 4-1. What a pretty play that was. Unreal. Second and final period. Just under 9 minutes left in the second and final frame. 4-1 lead for the Anarchy against the Capitals. Chipping it out was Baldwin, but it's off Shaw. Davidson shot. Shaw with the rebound. Shaw tries a pass to Davidson. Baldwin redeems himself there as he gives it away twice. He will stop a pass across. Here's Olsen. Olsen knocked off his stick there, but Armstrong will keep it in the center. Armstrong chipped down low. Kohler, Matt Kohler takes a look. Controls the ball. Brings it into him with himself. The ref was in the way there. Baldwin tries to keep it in its center. It hops over his stick. He'll get back though. It's to Tick. There's Tick controlling to Olsen. Olsen driving the middle. It's knocked off his stick. Beats Lang, but couldn't beat Watt. Bunt plays it out of harm's way, and the goalie will chip it to the corner as well on that second chance. Here's Tick, a shot. Toe save by the Anarchy goalie. Tick unloaded one there. It took a hop at the last second, almost takes a funny bounce over the toe, but luckily for the Anarchy goalie, he's right there. He gets the high pad in it, just the tip of the pad, and gloves it down. What a bomb released by Peter Tick there. Anarchy goalie saw it all the way and snared it though. Shots 18-10 in favor of the Anarchy as they also lead this game 4-1 with a 3-goal lead. Off the draw, the Anarchy win it defensively. Watt tries to play it to himself, but he loses the handle on it. Here's Olsen. Olsen picks Watt's pocket, pass in front. Shot from Armstrong just high. Rebound over the top of the net. The Anarchy try to clear it. They can't. Here's Armstrong. Brody Armstrong controls. Plays it to Baldwin. Baldwin gets it past Little. Great hustle by Tyler Baldwin there, rather. Here's Olsen picking it up. Olsen's shot. He gets tripped up as well. But it's out of play. There's no call on that, I don't believe. As he was trying to go top shelf roof there. Try to roof that ball, but goes too high off the net and out of play in the netting up high there. Face-off will pop just outside the Anarchy zone as a clear out by the Capitals offensively. Armstrong on the draw against Little. Alan Little taking the draw defensively. Neutral territory. The Anarchy win it, but it's given away to Olsen, Corey Olsen, to Eden Olsen. To Armstrong, a shot just wide. Might have got a piece of that, was the Anarchy goalie. I think he got a little toe on that. Chip down, icing waved off. Olsen will be there. Corey Olsen controls. Olsen, great pass up to Armstrong. Armstrong controls, chips it past Watt. Hustling after it. Watt falls down, no penalty on the play. Good call by the refs, let that go. A shot now. Keeping that in at the line is Corey Olsen. Corey Olsen controls. Pass to Armstrong, a shot. Tipped by Virtanen, just wide. Sent all the way down, and that'll be an icing against the Victoria Anarchy. What a pressure of offensive time there in the O-zone by the Capitals. They almost got one a few times there. The Anarchy goalie is still in his head here. Good keeping at the line by Corey Olsen as well. They got a third chance after 2 big ones. Face-off draw. Phil Trin will take it against Connor Turnbull. Phil Trin offensively. Connor Turnbull wins it defensively for the Anarchy. The Anarchy goalie will play it off the wall, but it's kept in. Battle for the ball. Trin comes up with it. Trin passes the middle looking for Harmsmow, but it's blocked. Here's Turnbull. Turnbull watched by LaJoie. Turnbull crashing the net. Baldwin will come out of his crease and play it and give Turnbull a little shake of the head to say, no, I'm not going to let you get a second chance at that one. They have a little laugh. Good sportsmanship between them there. As at the end of the day, it's all about having fun. Again, this is not like non-competitive though. There's quite a bit of competitiveness in every division, even Division 7, or rather Div 5, 6. I think we're creating a 7th, I think. We have so many teams now, there's kind of hard to keep track how many divs we have. Div 1, 2 is obviously the most high caliber, but some of these Div 5, 6 matchups get super competitive. And just like the NHL, they have like kind of teams that battle a lot. Harmsmow picks it up. Harmsmow takes a look. Shot blocked. The VIBHL has some kind of patented rivalries, some rivalries that I'd say like the Rock and the Whalers are a good one. I'd say the Anarchy and the Capitals are kind of a newer rivalry, but I'd say it's kind of a rivalry, especially when they're in the playoffs now. It makes it that even more competitive. Sent all the way down, it'll be icing against the Capitals. McLaren couldn't get a stick on it, so it'll go all the way down into the Caps zone. As they are down 3 goals. Just over 5.5 minutes left in this game. They're going to need to get a few quick here if they want to tie up this game here. If they get 2, they might be able to pull their goalie and get a 4th one to tie it up. You never know. That would be entertaining. But right now it's looking like the Anarchy are the better team still. We'll see if that can change though. Shot from Kumar is interrupted by Bravo. Great play by Bravo. Bravo gets the zone. Here's Harmsmow to Bravo. It's out of his reach, just behind him. Great pass by Chris Harmsmow, but just a little too much on it. Bravo tries a shot. It's blocked. Here's Hunter. Hunter shoots it through. Picking it up is Davidson. Davidson loses the handle on it for a second. Kept in at the center line. Now it pops out. Hunter to Bravo. Here's Bravo with Hermsmound support. Chip down low. Here's Scott McLaren. McLaren picks that up. Watched closely by Ma. Pass in front to Hermsmound. Off his foot as he tries to pull the trigger. It's just out of his reach. Pass down low. Pritchard to McLaren. 13, not 3 there. Kept in by Pritchard. At the line, through. What a play by Sterling Pritchard there, number 13. Here's Hunter, shot tipped just high by Bravo. What a chance. Now here's Bravo again. Pass across, looking for looking for McLaren, but it's just out of his reach. Now pass a tip by Bravo, just wide on a great feed from number 13, Pritchard. The Capitals put on some serious pressure here. 4 minutes left in this game. Clock winding down. Pass down low. McLaren. Bravo tries to get a whack at it. He can't. Sent down. Icing waved off. Goes towards the net. Pritchard to Hermsmound. Herrero's 13. Oh my God, I've been saying that. I think it's Herrero. They have 2 13s on this team. That's confusing. I think that is Herrero, number 13, so my apologies. From what I remember, Herrero's the guy with that fancy mustache there. I like it. Shot, big save. Armstrong, point blank. Olsen to Armstrong, Brody Armstrong. Back to Olsen, but it's through. Kohler's there to pick it up. It ends up going off his foot over the netting and out completely of the arena. That ball will be gone. We'll have a face-off just outside the Anarchy zone as it's clear out off the foot of one of the Capitals players offensively. Face-off pops out to neutral territory. Capitals win it. Here's Kohler to Tick. Tick to Baldwin. Baldwin shoots. Almost scores a goal there. Now he crashes the net. What a chance for Baldwin there. Tyler Baldwin with a big shot. It confuses the goalie. He gets a glove on it, but it's so hard kind of there from that bomb that it rolls up his arm. I didn't know Baldwin had such a cannon there. He must have been working on his forearms. Shot from Littleton. Big save. James Baldwin, the goaltender. Another shot. Goes wide. Here's Eden Olsen. Eden Olsen controls. Eden Olsen will play it up to McDonald, but it's out of his reach. Delayed offside, but Timlock will pop out of the zone, so play will commence. Tyler Baldwin to Peter Tick. Tick gets it knocked off his stick. Pass to Little, intercepted. Here's McDonald from a pass. An interception from Olsen. They get the zone. Shot blocked. Great block there by Watt. Here's Turnbull. Turnbull, Corey Olsen watching him off the draw. Tick there as well. Pass up to Young, but it's given away. Kohler hard on the ball there. Young will pick it up though. Here's Young. Cam Young controls. Shot just wide. Olsen's stick gets knocked down. Here's Turnbull hard on Olsen. Pass across. Tick tries to block it, but it goes through. Nobody's there to pick that up. Now the Anarchy in the O-zone. Take a look though. Pass across blocked partially by Eden Olsen, number 90. Corey Olsen picks that up. He gets his pocket picked by Turnbull. Shot on net. Big save Baldwin. Tick will pick that up. Here's Tick. Tick's feed up the middle right to, what a great pass to Armstrong. Backhand shot. Big save by the Anarchy goalie. What a chance. Great pass by Tick there. Pass up in their own zone. The Anarchy control. Cam Young to number 17. Back across. Turnbull shot. Blocker saved James Baldwin off his blocker, out of play off the netting. Face-off will be deep into the Capital zone after that big save by Baldwin here. Score 4-1 in favor of the Victoria Anarchy against the Victoria Capitals in this game 1 of a best-of-3 series, Div 5-6 playoff matchup here at the IBHL. Shots on goal now 19-18 in favor of the Anarchy as the Capitals are putting on some pressure here, and they'll call a timeout. We'll be back at you in about 30 seconds. This game slowly winding down, just over a minute left. Capitals down 3. We'll see if they can get a few. It might pull their goalie. We're not sure if they get the zone rather, but we'll be back at you shortly. Timeout over, 30 seconds. They go to the drawing board. Baldwin will come, and I think they're going to try to pull him if they get out their own zone. Minute and 5 seconds left. Camera almost fell down here, but we fixed it up here. The little ledge that it can pop off of, and unfortunately, camera almost falls down, but luckily it's on a big tripod. We're in front. A chance for the Anarchy. Last minute of play in this game. Anarchy lead 4-1. It's looking like this will do it, but we'll see. Can't even get out their own zone right now to pull Baldwin. Here's Bunt with a great play. Bunt's pass fanned on, and Baldwin will go to the bench. They pull their goalie 6-on-5, man advantage. Hermsmau will come on, as well as Bravo. Here's Bunt with an empty net chance. Chips it down. Shaw's there, but Olsen pass across. Nobody's there. LaJoie was there. Shot at the empty net. Wide. Olsen will pick that up. Olsen plays across. There's Bravo picking that up. Bravo gets his pocket pick by Bunt. Shot at the empty net just wide. Just in center, so icing's waved off. 3 seconds left, and knocked down with a high stick. And that'll do it. Game 1 of this best-of-3 series goes to the Anarchy as they win 4-1. And if they win the next game, they move on. Big dominant win from the Victoria Anarchy here. Capitals get bested. They get 1. And no more than that. Thank you very much for tuning in. We'll see you in the